Everyone, we're now in our next video in the fundamentals of mathematics, and here we're going to talk about now about percentage problems. This is under the business applications. Okay, so in dealing with percent problems, there are three quantities involved. These are the whole, the part, and the percent. The whole or standard of basis of comparison is called what we call the base. That's the whole. The percent or the number of hundredths is called the rate, and the fractional part of this whole based on this rate here is what we call the percentage. Okay, so don't get confused. First and foremost, don't get confused with the word percentage and the percent. Okay, the percent of the number of hundredths. Okay, which is the rate. So take note, the percentage is not in percent form, but the rate is the one which is in percent form. So the basic formula for them is that percentage, the fractional part of this whole, the percentage, the fractional part of this whole here is based on the rate. So we say that the percentage is equal to the rate, okay, the percent or the number of the hundredth, okay, and that will be multiplied by the standard basis, which is the base. So we have P is equal to R times B. So by simple algebra and manipulation, we call that what's the name again? Um, what was that? Transposition rather. That's the word, transposition. With proper transposition we can say that R is equal to P over B. Okay, and since R is in percent form, so we need to multiply that by 100% just to put in the percent symbol. And the B, the base, is equal to percentage divided by the rate. We can always look at into this triangle here. So what do you mean, sir, by this triangle? So P is on the the top part, and the P over B is on the bottom part. So if you want to find the value for P, what you will do with this triangle or with this pyramid thing here is that you need to cover what you want in a certain problem. So for instance, if you want the value of P, so what you need to do is cover the P. So imagine you put your finger here and then cover it. I will just put ink here to cover it. So what's the formula? It's R times B. So since they are beside each other, so it's multiplication. If you want to get the value of R, so what you need is to put your finger on this R here, or your hand on this R here, if that's full screen on yours. So here I'm just going to cover it. So what's the formula for in finding R? So that's P divided by B, which is stated here. Just don't forget to multiply that by 100% since it's the rate. And if you want to find the B, the base, cover this base. I'll cover this with ink. So you can see the formula is P all over R. Okay, P all over R. That's our base. So that's our formula. That's how we use this useful triangle over here. So these are the formulas for our use. So let's present two examples in this video, just to give you something to give us an example. So as two examples, we have first, very simple. What is 20% of 120? Okay, what is 20% of 120? So first, you need to unearth or discover what what is missing. What is the solution? Is it the P? Is it the B? Is it the R? So we somehow need to translate sentences this time with mathematical symbols. Okay, for instance, what is a question mark? So we don't know what that is. Is the equal sign actually. Okay, is the equal sign. 20%, since it's the only number with a 20%, so no doubt this is the R, since the R is in percent. So since this is in R, first again, R's in if ever we're going to use them in certain calculations, we need to convert them in decimals first. So 20% decimals, you may watch my video in converting decimals to percents. That's fairly simple. This is just 0.20 or zero point 0.2 will do. Of is always the multiplication sign, or the multiplication, or is it the what do you call it? Multiply. You times it. 120. Okay, this is it. So 120. What is 20% of 120? So meaning this is in the formula of P equals R times B, since we're multiplying. And there's no other formula as you can see above that tells us to multiply. So it's only going to be P times PRB. All the other formulas, the two other formulas are about division. So since we can see that there's a hint of a multiplication sign, so therefore we are asked what the value of P is. So with this, we need to multiply 120 by 0.2. So 120 times 0.2. What do we have is 2, 4, 0. Move. We have one decimal part on the right of the decimal point here. So we need to put the decimal point here. And the answer is the percentage P is equal to 24. Meaning 24 is 20% of 120. So 24 is 20% of 120. Okay, I hope you got that there. Second example. Okay, so we have here in a class of, just a moment, in a class of 60 students, 25% are boys. So if 25% are boys out of 60 students, how many students are the boys? Okay, so oh, we need to know what are these numbers. So clearly enough, this 25% is the rate because it's the only one with the percent symbol. In a class of 60 students, so we're going to think, what does this 60 mean? So since this is a class, we can say that this 60 students is the totality of this class. It's the totality of this class. So when it says totality, that's referring to the base, correct? That's referring to the base because the basis, sorry, because the base is the whole. It's the whole. It's the standard basis for comparison. So since 60 is a complete class, so therefore B here, 60 rather, is the base. So meaning how many students we're asked of what's the P, what's the percentage. So using again the formula, percentage is equal to rate times base. Substituting the values for the rate, rate is this is 25%. Let's convert it to decimal, so that's going to become 0.25. That's times 60. That's your percentage. So let's do the calculations here. So 60 times 0.25. So 2 times 60 is 30. 5 times 60 is also 30. Or rather, sorry, 2 times 6 rather is 12. My bad. 5 times 6 is 30. Add them up. That's going to become um, a 150. Okay, that's going to become 150. I think we need another zero there. Okay, that's another zero. We're going to multiply 55 with 0. I forgot. So we have two decimal points, the two decimal parts right after the decimal point in 0.25. So we need to put the decimal point, insert it here after two zeros, after two digits. So meaning, how many boys are there in a class of 62 students, since we know that there are 25% of the boy, 25% of the 60 is boys, so there are exactly 15 boys in this class of 60. So if there are 15 boys, we can say that the number of girls as an additional number of girls in this class is going to be what, 45. And this 45 is which is the 75%. So if you want to check this, are you sure, sir? So let's multiply 60. Let's multiply 60 times 0.75. So 7 times 6, we know 6 times 6 as 36, or 7 times 5 is 35. We need to add 7 there, so that's going to become 42. 6 times 5 is going to be 30. Put another 0 here. So what we have is 4, 5. 4500. Install the decimal point over here after two digits. So therefore, we can say that the answer is 45. That is the number of girls is 35. Which is correct though for the checking. Okay, so that's it for this video. I only gave you two examples. I will um, really give more after this video. So thank you very much for watching. I hope that you would like and so also subscribe. Okay, so see you.